Sonic movie 3 is a 10 out of 10. That's what I would say if it didn't have its flaws. And it mostly has to do with its comedy. Let me explain and you'll understand. This movie is undoubtedly a fun-ass movie, and it is emotional, it is action-packed, and it is just funny as well. It's so much fun. And the person who's carrying the comedy is Jim Carrey. This man loves playing Dr. Eggman. Like, he brings a whole new light to the character that we have seen before, but it's so much better. He's narcissistic, but he's funny. Like, Jim Carrey knows how to make people laugh. Much fun. I love Jim Carrey. I love all his movies. It's awesome. And I hope he could come back for future films, but obviously that's not going to be the case. So I'm okay with it. I'm glad we got a trilogy with him. But like, in terms of the Sonic movie, oh my god, the ending where they're in space and Live and Learns plays, absolute cinema. I'm telling you, absolute cinema. But yeah, this movie is awesome. I love that what they did with Shadow's backstory, even though it's kind of meh. The beginning of his backstory is meh. The rest of it was beautiful. And the way he changed at the end, it's so, oh my god, it's beautiful. I think this movie is fun, beautiful, action-packed, and everything, and I love it. But there are their flaws, and it has to do with the comedy, and specifically it has to do with the Sonic characters and some of the human characters. Jim Carrey, he has no problem whatsoever. His comedy most of the time lands, even though some of it's kind of meh. At the third act, at the very end of the movie, there are some scenes that were funny, but I feel like they were a little overdone and we didn't have to see some of that. But when it came to the other comedy in the movie, Sonic's comedy, kind of cringe, not gonna lie. And some of the human characters, I like what they did with the human characters, but like when it comes to the comedy, it's just didn't land too safely, you know what I mean? It kind of had a little bumpy road. But yeah, that's the only thing I'd say about the movie that was kind of negative about it, is the comedy didn't land. And honestly, that's fine. If you can ignore all of that and go into the film with just a mind of it's going to be a fun, action-packed, emotional movie and have no real expectations other than have fun, then you'll have a great time. You'll have such a fun time. The only thing I'm concerned about for the rest of the Sonic franchise is that if they continue doing the cringe comedy, that's where I'm kind of like, okay, this franchise could maybe end sooner than we think. But if Paramount does it right and doesn't overdo with the comedy and cringe, because there are very, very serious moments in the Sonic franchise. If you've read the Archie comics, played the games, or watched the shows, there are some very emotional beats in those. And that's my only concern, is the comedy and stuff like that. And without Jim Carrey probably coming back for the next one, they have a chance, but I don't know how, good they're going to be with it. And I'm hoping they'll do great. But if not, we'll see how the future holds. But so far, 10 out of 10 in terms of its trilogy, I'll give it like, if I had to give the movie a rating, Sonic movie 3, I'd give it like a good 8.5 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. In between there, It's good, it's fun, you'll enjoy it. All right, don't go into it like thinking like as a critic. You shouldn't. Just go into it having fun, all right? It's for kids. Don't think about it too much. Don't take all the stuff too seriously, except for the emotional parts that they do take seriously. So, yeah, it's a fun movie, and enjoy it.